Hello, mathematicians. Mr. Regan here with your math lesson, along with Miss Yuka. Hi.
Good morning, mathematicians.
How is everybody today? So for your math lesson today, we are going to give you another rich task problem for you. Since this is the end of our math unit and with place value, now we have a fun winter activity for you. So your learning objective is I can persevere to solve rich task problems. All right, here we go. And Miss Yuka is going to lead you off with a fun activity for us.
Yes, we're going to start with our estimation activity, and this is called apple vase. You're going to see a picture of apples in a vase. Have a look. And my question is, how many apples do you think are in the vase? Now, I want you to estimate, and estimate is to make a guess. So you're not going to count by just looking at the picture. How many apples do you think are in the vase? Just think, the first number that comes to your mind, you can write it down and show us your estimate. Are you ready? Mr. Regan, are you thinking there are 30 apples?
I'm just kind of guessing out loud. It might be like lines of 10. I'm thinking like going up. So I'm thinking maybe like a 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I'm saying maybe like I'm going high. Okay.
I'm thinking 20, but again, this is just an estimate. I'm not counting the apples. I'm thinking they might be about 20. Just put that aside, and we're going to move on, and we are going to see if we can really figure out how many apples are in there. I have 5 clues for you. What I would like you to do is to get some writing papers, okay? So you can get some writing papers, and I want you to work through this with us. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the first clue. The first clue is that the answer is less than 30.
Less than 30. Okay.
So you might be there, but less than 30.
Okay.
So you know what I did? I wrote down all possibilities. So I wrote down like all the numbers from 1 to 30. So how about you just take your time right now to just jot down numbers from 1 to 30. You can pause here and you can make a note like this. Okay, this will help you with your next clue. Okay, all right, when you're done, then you can come back and listen to clue 2. Are you ready? This is your clue number 2. Count by 2s to 30. So you know how to skip count. We practice skip counting. So you're going to skip count from 2. The answer is one of those numbers. Aha! So you know what? I'm going to go through my list and I'm going to skip count by 2, and I might circle the number when I land 2, 4, 6. I'm skip counting and I'm just like circling. So why don't you pause this video? Why don't you skip count by 2s, practice your skip counting, and circle or put a little mark next to the number that you land on. And pause, come back when you're ready. Mr. Regan, I think my choices are down to half. So it can't be these numbers that are not circled. I skip counted by 2s. I have like 2, 4, 6. So the answer should be one of those numbers circled. Give us the next clue, Mr. Regan.
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking the other way too. I started at 30 and then I was going to go down. So I had 29, 27, 27, 26, 25, 24. And then you said it had to be an even number. So I could take away the 29 and I took away my 27 and my 25. So I'm left with now those even numbers. And I'm going to try going down. See if that works.
That's another good strategy too. Oh, look at that. Clue number 3. Cross off all the numbers with only 1 digit. Aha, we talked about digits. So it can't be 1, 2, well, it can't be 2, it can't be 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I crossed it out. Oh, I think I do. I'm kind of up to here. How about you guys? So it can't be a 1-digit number. That kind of makes sense by looking at the pictures. It has to be more than 10.
I think so too, Miss Yuka. And that's why I stopped at 10, because I know that there's more than 10. So I'm going to stop at 10 too. All right, let's see.
All right, 2 more clues. The answer includes the digit 8. We talked about digits a lot. So there's got to be 8 in my number. So if I don't have 8, I think I can cross it out. Why don't you pause? And why don't you do that? And come back. I'm going to do that too, okay? I'm going to cross out all the numbers that don't have 8. Oh. Do that. Pause and come back. Okay, I think I got it.
Me too. I'm down
Mr. Regan.
2 numbers.
I'm down to 2. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking either 18 or 28. Because the other number with 8 is 8. I already crossed out because it can't be 1-digit number. Let's see the last clue. There are now 2 numbers remaining. Which one do you think is the answer? Okay, Mr. Regan, can you go to the next slide?
Yes.
What you're going to do is before you see the answer, you're going to select your final estimate. So I have 18 or 28. Now, you're going to think which one you think it is by looking at the picture, and then you're going to pause and you're going to explain to someone in your house why you choose that number. You might say, I think there are 18 apples. Why do you think so? And 28, why do you think so? We're going to ask you to pause here, talk to your mom or dad or your brother or sister, and come back. I'll tell you the answer. So pause.
All right. Yep.
Welcome back. Are you ready for the reveal? Here we go.
I'm ready. Wow. Yes.
Whoa, that was really close, Mr. Regan. You estimated 30 in the beginning. What did you guys estimate in the beginning? Well, Miss Yuka thought it was 20. I was a little off.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yep, nice job. Really nice job. And that I was surprised that it is so high and it was close to my answer. But I think once I got like maybe 10, right? I knew that I could get maybe 3 sets of 10 there. I think that's when I was close to 30. So, being closer to 28.
Yeah. And it would have been, I didn't see the side. So the size of the vase must be really wide. So they might be more apples behind than we thought. So
what a fun activity.
Good job.
Thank you, Miss Yuka. All right, boys and girls, we are going to continue here. And so now we have a Christmas rich task problem for you. So you're going to need your whiteboard or a piece of paper, and we're going to do some problems together. So this problem says, Santa's workshop is a busy place this time of year. There are some elves in the workshop making toys, and there are some reindeer outside playing reindeer games. Okay, so you kind of make that mental picture in your mind of Santa's workshop with elves and reindeer and everybody working hard for Christmas. Let's think. How many legs on an elf? We can look at the picture. Yeah, you might say 2 legs on an elf. But how many legs are on 4 elves? Remember to pause the video and come back, and we're going to talk about some of your answers. So remember, come on back, and we're going to share. So if I said that there were 4 elves, and I know that there's 2 legs on an elf, I'm going to count all the legs together. So I can remember if there's 4 elves, I made 4 2s there on my drawing, Miss Yuka. And I know I can count by 2. So I said 2, 4, 6, 8. So I know that on 4 elves, there's going to be 8 legs. Good thinking. I think I got that one.
Did you get that one too, boys and girls?
Yeah. Here we go. Now we're going to try to kind of continue here with this one. And it says, how many legs on a reindeer? On a reindeer. And I can look at the picture here, and it looks like there are 4 legs on a reindeer. So how many legs on 4 reindeer? Remember to pause the video and come back. Think about this problem. 4 legs on 4 different reindeer. All right, now that you're back, we have 4 legs, and the same thing as my elves, I'm gonna do 4, I'm gonna count by 4s, right? So I have 4, I know 4 and 4 made 8 And then I have another 4 and 4. That makes 8. And if I combined 8 and 8 together, that could make 16. Or I could count on by 4s, right? So I have 4 and 4 is 8, plus 4 more, 4, 8. I have 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I'm going to have 4 more, 13, 14, 15, 16. So then I'm going to have 16 legs there on 4 reindeer. Whew. That was getting challenging, Miss Yuka.
Great job.
All right, we're going to continue here with this one now. Yes. So next to Santa's workshop is a field of 3 reindeer and 2 elves. How many legs are there all together? Were you thinking about this one, Miss Yuka?
Yeah, so it's kind of like combining the elves, the number of legs on elves and on reindeer. Why don't you pause this video and then show your thinking, however makes sense to you, and come back. And I'm going to work on it too right now, okay? All right, I think I have mine. So I kind of drew dots like you were doing. And I know I started with 3 reindeer. That's 1 reindeer, 2, 3, 4 each. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, I knew that was 12. And here are the legs of the elves. So I have 2 here and 2 here because you said they are 2 elves. So that's 4. So I combine them. 12 plus 4 equals 16. So I put 16 legs all together. Is that what you got, friends?
Nice thinking, Miss Yuka. I liked it.
Thank you.
Let's continue. So now Santa has a tall gate in front of his garage where he keeps his sleigh. There are some elves and some reindeer in the garage getting his sleigh ready. Santa can see 28 legs under the gate. And this is going to be your seesaw activity today. So now you're going to think about how many elves and reindeer are in the garage.
But there are a total of 28 legs, right, Mr. Regan?
Yeah, total of 28.
So you only see legs, but you can't really see the top part. So you can't really see who are there. And you're going to figure it out, right? Using your math skills. Interesting.
Okay, yeah, so it's a combination of elves and reindeer, but there's 28 legs all together. You just don't know the difference between elves or reindeer legs, but 28 legs all together. So it's going to be a combination of elves and reindeer.
Do you think there might be more than one answer, Mr. Regan?
I think there could be a couple different answers. Yes, Miss Yuka, I think that if we try that.
So okay. Figure out, and if you find one answer, try to see if there might be other answers, okay? And we have a super challenge if you would like to try our challenge. It's our second seesaw activity.
Okay, here is part two of your activity. So your challenge is there is an odd number of elves. Now, how many elves and reindeer are there? So this is a part 2 of that first problem, but now you have to have an odd number of elves. And remember that there's 28 legs all together. Okay, so now it's a more specific combination of legs that are going to count to 28, but you only get an odd number of elves. All right, boys and girls, so that's your second seesaw activity. I really hope you can persevere and challenge yourself to try this second activity. It'll be a fun one.
And what we would like you to do is to work on your piece of paper and show your thinking. And we would like you to take a picture of your thinking and then post that on Seesaw so we can see all your work that you've done.
All right, boys and girls, and we are going to say goodbye since this is our last lesson with you before our winter break. I hope that you spend some good time, some time learning and practicing your math facts and practicing your math skills with mom and dad, and we'll see you after break.
Have a great holiday.
Okay.
See you.
Bye-bye.